Newcastle 2, Chelsea 2. What a cracker. This game is very, very interesting. And I'm sure you watched the game too. But if you didn't watch the game, just come close. Listen to me. Let's analyze this game together. Now, the big question is, was Maresca clueless in managing Newcastle's energy, power, aggression in the first half? Drop your opinion in the comment section. Let us see what you think about that. However, let's dive into the game properly. I think first half, Newcastle took over everywhere. Newcastle was on top of their game. They treated Chelsea as if Chelsea was a lower division club, to be honest with you. That's why I see, that's my view. Chelsea didn't come to game, when it comes to that first half. Now, there are two people I picked out in Chelsea side that actually didn't perform as expected. Their performance was completely below expectation. One was Garnacho. Garnacho was playing a sensitive wing, the right wing. He was supposed to actually deliver and be able to make a lot of crosses, to enable Chelsea striker, João Pedro, be able to, deliver a goal for Chelsea. But he couldn't do that. The second person that, in my view too, that actually failed woefully was Gusto. Gusto issue is not strange to any person. He's always like that with Gusto. Gusto is not somebody you can rely on when it comes to, even when he's playing the right back, which is his position, or most times when Maresca take him to play midfield or number 10. People have been criticizing Maresca so much in some of his decisions lately. We used to see him as a statistician. He knows what to do. He knows how to tactfully handle games and all that. But in some cases, he makes some subs, and then chooses a lot of people in the first 11 to play for him, who definitely don't give him result. Number one is Gusto. So I don't know what Gusto and Garnacho was actually doing in that game throughout the first half. They performed very, very woefully. For Newcastle side, they're on top of their game. In my last video, I said that Newcastle is going to come up with this aggression, this power, this energy to be able to counter Chelsea. And that's exactly what they did. They knew that if they come up with that, Chelsea possibly won't be able to contain them. And they were able to score 2 goals in first half. Oh my God, it was terrible. Now, let's look at what happened in second half. Second half was quite interesting because Newcastle knew that Chelsea would come up, strong to be able to counter them. But what happened? Newcastle went to sleep. I don't get it. Newcastle went completely to sleep. They were nowhere to be found. Chelsea took over everywhere. Even though Garnacho was not subbed, he tried to some extent. But people still criticize him because he had 2 to 3 opportunities to be able to, give Chelsea goal. He could not. This guy Garnacho, I'm one of the people that actually praise him and say this guy is in form and all that. They choose it consistently. But now they are using it consistently. He don't want to give result. You see, was that what many people were complaining? Well, let's not dive into that. Now, let's stick at this particular game. Now, Maresca, I don't know what he told them in the dressing room. To be honest with you, Maresca must have told them something. That listen, if you guys don't win this game, if you guys don't draw this game, I'm going to make sure they pay you half of your salary. Who knows? That's what he told them. Because the way it is, second half, Chelsea changed completely. Every person started playing what game the way it's supposed to be. And that is what we expected from Maresca from onset. Why did you bring that energy? Why did you bring that tactics? Why did you bring that particular style of play in the first half? Why do you allow it, for game to go too bad before you now try to bring up this? So the question now is that, is Maresca actually a strong and reliable coach for Chelsea at the moment? This is how the question comes. And now when people begin to speculate that he wants to go to Manchester City, do you think that could be one of the reasons why his approach to the game is going down? Man City is a big club. Man City will pay him better. Who knows? But this is just in the realm of speculation. Allegedly. Is that why he's not trying to put up a lot of fight to be able to give Chelsea what Chelsea wants? Because more person, Maresca. No, now. What did Maresca tell them in second half that he shouldn't have told them in the first half? That is the question we're asking Maresca, and Maresca has to answer this question. What a phenomenal game in the second half. Chelsea came out, Chelsea addressed a lot of issues properly. And now I'm going to point out a few people that impressed me very, very well in that second half. One, Reece James. You see that man called Reece James, that captain Reece James. That guy is not just an ordinary player. That guy is a fantastic captain. He has leadership quality. He can tackle, he can hold ball, he can cross. Let me remind you again. Did you just see the penalty, the free kick he scored? That free kick is out of this world, to be honest with you. That free kick actually gave Chelsea that momentum, to come back to the game, hold the game, and then move forward. He mesmerized the goalkeeper. That's where it's supposed to be. And that is Chelsea. That's where Chelsea is supposed to play. That actually yielded, gave them that energy to push further, and then João Pedro scored a second goal. That's what we expected. However, we thought Chelsea should win that game because they took over the second half, but they could not. Chelsea is, to some extent, okay with draw, because if you check Chelsea past 4 games, you will notice that Chelsea actually should be privileged or should be lucky, to have won this particular game today. Now, Chelsea played with Newcastle in 2022 away, Newcastle home. That St. James's Park is a wonderful stadium. They won Chelsea 1-0. In 2023, Chelsea played with them in that same home. They won Chelsea 4-1. In 2024, Chelsea played again with them at that same St. James's Park. Newcastle won them 2-0. And then 2024 too, they went home too. I think previous one was EFL Cup. In 2024 too, they went to that same park too, and they won Chelsea 2-0. So their previous 4 encounters, they've all won Chelsea. That will tell you how serious it was and how sensitive, that particular park is to them. That park is their stronghold. That stadium is their stronghold. As other people that have gone to that park, it's not been easy if you go to that place, because one, Newcastle, they've got the energy, they have huge players, they have top players, they have players that have so much energy and pace, and they use that as an advantage to be able to bring a lot of things. And so for Chelsea fans, for Chelsea people, I think they feel that a draw for this game today is good for them, especially the fact that they actually didn't do well in first half. Let's look at the start for this game. Let's start with Newcastle. Newcastle had total of 4 shots and then 5 shots on target. Nice one for them. Chelsea had total of 14 shots. I'm sure majority of these shots for Chelsea came during the second half, and then 4 on target. Also a good one for them. Overall, Chelsea had 52% possession, and then Newcastle had 48% possession. I'm not a fan of possession, of course, but at least it was a good one for them. The effort Chelsea put up in second half yielded the result, and that is how a big team should, be able to come to pay when it comes to big games. And then secondly too, whether I like it or not, this is not a small game, because this particular Newcastle has actually stressed and drained a lot of big teams when they come to their ground. Once you are coming to their ground, they will take the matter very, very personal, to be honest with you. Newcastle will make you feel, say, now we're home and we're going to stress you. They've done that a lot of clubs. Even if you go there and you win them, you won't go home the same again. Ask Barcelona what happened. Barcelona went to that place, ask them what happened. A lot of big clubs have gone there and they've gone through stress. So I feel that it's actually a good game for both parties, especially the fact that Chelsea went away and they were able to get this 1 point, even though they wanted something more than 1 point. Chelsea is at the 4th position at the moment, temporarily, until other teams, play their own game too. So hopefully, we see what other teams will do, and they will be able to now give a total view of the table. At the moment, Chelsea is cruising at the 4th position. Other teams will come to play. Whether they're going to display them or not, we don't actually know. So that's what it is, Please, if you have not shared our video, share our video, like our video. See you. Bye.